milik kita semua.
Jalan berliku tentu mencabar
bersama.
Dan juga Profesor Dr. Ramasamy, Deputy Ketua Menteri Pulau Pinang. Professor Ramasamy has made history in Malaysia. They say DAP is a Chinese party, tetapi he is the first Indian in Malaysia to become a deputy chief minister of a particular state. First time in the history of people say that the DAP is a Chinese party. In the year 2008, Ling Pak, we made history in Perak. We had the first Indian speaker in Malaysia. In any other state in Malaysia, have you heard of an Indian man becoming a speaker? Saudara Sabah in Perak was elected as the first speaker of a Dewan Undangan Negeri. I also like to, saya juga hormati Yang Berhormat Kota, the Vice Chairman, Naib Pengerusi DAP Malaysia, dan juga Ahli Parlimen Ipoh Barat. I also like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Hugh and all the state committee members of DAP Sabah, also Saudara Jimmy. We have two of our friends all the way from Ipoh. Really have people from all over Malaysia. It's a very good day for all of you. Saudara William Tan and Saudara Cyprus Liu, who have come along with, please stand up. William Tan is a very, very, very old DAP member. And I also like, saya suka alu-alukan ketua-ketua daripada parti PAS, alu-alukan ketua-ketua daripada parti Kedalang, dan juga semua penyokong daripada semua parti yang sokong Pakatan Rakyat. Pilih Thai Margale, Nambalgale, Savargale, Salogela, Malay Walikan. இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். Seremban வந்து இங்க கொடுக்கறோட பார்த்து வந்து ரொம்ப பழைய கோட்டையெல்லாம் பார்த்துருக்கோம். அதுதான் எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். 今天晚上我很高兴认识你们。各位亲爱的朋友们、同事们，大家晚上好。They say that jikalau kita tengok sejarah dalam Malaysia, kita ada banyak-banyak parti di West Malaysia dan East Malaysia, dan DAP adalah satu parti sudah. The party was born in June 1966. Walaupun banyak orang cakap, a lot of people say that the DAP is a Chinese party. This is not true, because the founders of the DAP were mostly Indians. The first Secretary General of the DAP was the late C.V. Devan Nair. Not only he was the Secretary General of the DAP, he later on went to become the President of Singapore. He was also the former MTUC Secretary General of Singapore. The first National Treasurer was Dr. S. Sivaratnam, the elder brother of S. Rajaratnam, Foreign Minister of Singapore. Dr. Siva has passed away about 4 or 5 years. He was the first treasurer, and he was member of Parliament for Seremban Barat, from 1969 to 1974. It is not true that we are a Chinese party. In the Dewan Rakyat, do you know how many Indian MPs there are? There are altogether 9 Indian members of parliament. I'm sure all of you are very learned and you know how many seats we have, the parliamentary seats in Dewan Rakyat. Kita ada 222 kursi dalam Dewan Rakyat. From that we have 9 Indian MPs. The DAP has got 7 Indian MPs. And we have got 2 more Indian MPs from Parti Kedalang, one is Sivarasa, and the other one is YB Manikawasakam, Ali Parliament Kapa. MIC, which claims to represent the Indians in Malaysia, got only 3 MPs. DAP got 7. Therefore, we are not a Chinese party. We are a party for all people. Chinese, Indian, Malay, Dayak, Karazan, Murut, Dusun, Iban. That is why we are in Sabah today. To show that we are a genuinely multiracial party. Point yang pertama, I think there is a well-known man in Kota Kinabalu or somewhere nearby by the name of Michael Chia. Is Mr. Michael Chia in this hall? Or is he outside here? Does anybody know? Michael Chia is a famous man. I'm trying to say, like what the other MPs are going to say, one of the biggest problems we are facing in Malaysia is corruption. If you look at the index, the world index, we are number 1. Malaysia is the number 1 in 2 things. We have not won the World Cup yet. Belum lagi. We are number 1 for the highest number of accidents. In Malaysia, 24 people die every day because of motor car accident. Therefore, we are number 1 in that. Number 2, we are one of the most corrupted countries in Malaysia. Can you find out from Mr. Michael Chow where he got the $40 million? It is your right to know because it's your money, right or wrong. It is the people's money. Where did Michael Chow get the 40 million? Daripada mana dia dapat 40 juta ringgit untuk bagi Ketua Menteri Sabah? Daripada mana? Who is the donor of the money? It is your right to know who donated the 40 million. This was raised in Parliament by our MPs. YB Kulasegaran, Tan Kok Wai, and many other MPs. But every time we raise these kind of matters, siasatan tidak boleh dapat. Why must Michael Chia buy a car for $500,000 for the son of Dato' Nasri, who is a deputy minister in the Prime Minister's department? Why must a man spend $500,000 to buy a car for the son of a minister in the Prime Minister's department? Anybody got the answer? I believe Kota Kinabalu got a lot of intelligent people. Anybody got the answer? And how many of your sons have cars worth $500,000? Please take up your hand. Kaki kita boleh angkat dapat. Anybody here? People in Malaysia, the way of life, our country is a very corrupted country. In Parliament, you have Ali. I'm only giving you examples. There's no personal attack because all of you know the facts. Kota Kinabalu, I heard from Dr. Yu, have got very intelligent people. And I'm sure you understand what I say. You mean by But some MP in Parliament who comes to Parliament in a car, driving a car worth $1 million. There's an MP in Parliament who comes to Parliament driving a car worth $1 million. Why can't your son drive the car for 1 million? Why can't you own a car for 1 million? He is none other than Ali Parliament for Jalud, who is the son of Dr. Mahathir. $1 million car. Anybody here owns $1 million? I know Kota Kinabalu people are rich, but anybody here owns a car for 1 million? No way. Second example, and third example. இந்த நாட்டில் பணம் ரொம்ப பணம் வச்ச ஆட்கள் 2 பேர் தான். ஒன்று வந்து Sami Velu. I'm saying the one of the richest Indians in Malaysia is Dato' Sami Velu. The other one is Krishna Ananda, crony number one of Dr. Mahathir. With due respect. Now, if you go to Jalan Ipoh, 3rd mile Jalan Ipoh, on the left-hand side, you'll see a very, very, very big house. Very big house, very big house. 20 years ago, the price of the house was 3 million. Today's price is about 15 million. The house is owned none other than our Dato' Sri Sami Velu. How many of us here in Kota Kinabalu can afford a house for 15 million? This is just an example of the corrupt practices. Why ministers' children, ministers' children have a lot of money. They drive big cars. Our children go in small proton saga. Our children go to school by bicycle. But their sons go to school, big Mercedes, $1 million car. Third example. Many years ago, there was a guy, he's still around, I think, Dr. Lee Ling Sek. Lee Leong Sek. Dr. Lee Leong Sek. Lee Leong Suma. He was a minister in the cabinet and he is now facing a case. But I'm not going to tell you anything about the case. When his son was 26 years old, he had shares in the share market for $6 million. But the son is only 24 years old. He is only 25 years old. Do our sons have that sort of money? That is the reason why the DAP is in Kota Kinabalu. DAP is one of the oldest parties and one of the strongest parties in Parliament. We have got 29 MPs. Strange to say when I come to Kota Kinabalu. I don't have to tell you the DAP is a strong party. Even when we put up the flag, they get frightened. This doesn't happen. When the flag also they want to bring down. It shows how scared they are of the party. But their flags they can put 365 days, no objection. We are coming to a very crucial time. Masa sudah sampai di mana kita ada 13, PRU 13. And we are very close to Putrajaya. In fact, we are only a few kilometers outside Putrajaya. And the reason why it is so, we have got 2 or 3 reasons. Tidak ada 2 atau 3 alasan kenapa masa sudah sampai di mana kita boleh ambil alih Putrajaya. Yang pertama, outside Malaysia, di luar Malaysia, the UMNO is the oldest party in the world. UMNO is the oldest party in the world outside Malaysia. 54 years. And people say they are fed up. The people of Malaysia are crying. They are crying for change. They are crying for change because UMNO has been in power for a very, very long time. And people know that we need change. It has to go. Sure, it has to go. The second reason is that, as you know, early 2008, the whole of the Barisan Nasional has been wiped out. Whether it's the MIC, ataupun gerakan, ataupun PPP, semua orang kena PPP itu pusing dia bagi. ini pula saya punya kawan lah. Laupingnya mah. Tadi saya ada masuk kita punya airport di Kota Kinabalu. Dan when I came out of the airport, I met a very old friend. Bila dia jumpa saya, dia cakap, Wadi, apa you buat sini? Tak ada lah, jalan-jalan lah. Jalan-jalan lah. So I said, macam Sabah. Oh, Sabah tak ada problem. Ni yunti ba. Sabah ni yunti. No problem. Gitu lah. Kenapa tak ada? Oh, Sabah semua aman. Saya tanya, apa pasal aman? You tak tahu tak? Sini ada dua aman. Satu Musa aman, satu Hanifah aman. Semua aman. Tapi saya cakap sama dia. Tadi sebelum saya sampai airport pun banyak orang di Kuala Lumpur sudah cakap, ini kalilah. Please follow me. Cakap, ini kalilah. Ini kalilah. Ini kalilah. The other point why we are very close, all of you know that, is because why are we so confident? Why is the Pakatan Rakyat so confident? Sebab kita ada 2.9 pengundi baru, 2.9 million. We have 2.9 million voters, new voters. Most of them are between 21 and 40, and for 70% of them are youngsters. We expect them to swing the votes towards the opposition. In 2008, the voting percentage of the Barisan, if I'm not mistaken, and I recall, was only 51%. We are very, very close. நம்ம இந்தியர்கள் இந்த நாட்டில் 54 வருஷமா இருக்கிறாங்க. இப்ப என்ன சூழல் இருக்கிறாங்க பார்த்தா, look at the civil service. அரசாங்கத்தோட வேலை 1957 நம்ம இந்தியன்ஸ், நம்ம இந்தியர்கள் இந்த சிவில் சர்வீஸ்ல 28%. The Indians had 28% in the civil service when we first got Merdeka. Now we only, இப்ப பார்த்தா 2% 3% நம்ம ஆளுங்க சிவில் சர்வீஸ்ல. ரெண்டாவது, the wealth of the Indians, நம்மளோட wealth for the Indians after 54 years. In 1957, 57, the amount of wealth held by the Indians is 38%. 28%. இப்ப பார்த்தா 1% கூட இல்லை. தமிழ் ஸ்கூல் பார்த்தா 57 1500 1,500 இப்ப 500 தான். இப்ப அவங்க சத்து மிலிஷியா கத்துறாங்க. அது நல்லதுதான், ஐடியா நல்லதுதான். But you must walk the talk. Dia kata satu Malaysia itu banyak bagus. Kenapa bila kita tulis dalam bahasa Tamil, check, saya bukan seorang racialist, tapi saya bagi contoh saja. Why is that? When we go to the banks, we write a check. Cina அவங்க எடுக்கிறாங்க கவுண்டர்ல, மலையாள அவங்க எடுக்கிறாங்க, இங்கிலீஷ்ல எடுக்கிறாங்க. ஏன் நம்ம செக் தமிழ்ல எடுக்க கவுண்டர்ல தோலா பண்றாங்க? இது என்ன சத்து மலேசியா கத்துறாங்க? Look at the ATM machine பாருங்க. Chinese, மலையாள, இங்கிலீஷ் எல்லாம் பக்கப்படலாம். தமிழ்ல ஏன் ATM machine? ஏர்போர்ட்ல பார்த்து அதேதான். இங்க சத்து மலேசியா கத்துறாங்க. தேர்தல் வந்து 500 வெள்ளி கொடுப்பாங்க. But they take the money back in different ways. இப்போ ஒரு புது சிஸ்டம் AES, automatic enforcement system, is already started in Kuala Lumpur and Seremban. I don't know whether they have started in Kota Kinabalu. If you beat the traffic lights, $300. If you commit any simple offense, $500. What is the $500 they are giving people? I don't really know. Satu man. Kasih 500 satu tangan, kanan dia angkat 1,000 balik. Look at the tax system in Malaysia. Everyone tax now. Kali warna or kali, they will buy a car for $100,000. $170,000 goes for excise duties. On top of that, we have to pay income tax. On top of that, we have to pay road tax. On top of that, this Bangsa National for 54 years have been sucking our blood, and therefore it is time for a change. Oleh sebab itu, compare Malaysia with Singapore. Singapore lepas nama dengan Perdana Menteri. Deputy Prime Minister is Tamaratnam Shanmugaratnam. Yang இந்த நாட்டுல நாங்க இங்கதான் பிறந்தோம், இங்கதான் வேலை செய்யறோம். ஏன் இந்த நாட்டுல ஒரு டெபியூட்டி பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் நம்ம ஆளுங்க செய்ய முடியாது, அப்பாயின்மெண்ட் செய்ய முடியாது? So I do not want to take too much of time. I think the other speakers will cover the other points. Saya harap dalam PRU 13 semua parti di sini termasuk DAP, Keadilan PAS dan lain-lain parti boleh kerjasama kepada Pakatan Rakyat untuk ambil alih kerjaan Sabah di sini. Jikalau kita tengok sejarah, 4 kali the people of Sabah have created history before, and I am sure they are going to create history again. 4 times they have changed the state government in Sabah. 4 times. This is the only state in Malaysia. This is the only state in Malaysia who changed the government 4 times. Can you do it a 5th time? Yes. Mesti boleh. Sisi Parlimen. Nandri, wanakkam. Terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir. Terima kasih dan selamat malam. Ini kali lah. 谢谢。